Yes.
depression became overwhelming.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so you're juggling, so to speak, this career as a comedian, but you need to amp it up because
Yes.
you want to get better.
Yes, it got to a point where I wasn't able to perform. I was able to muddle through for months and up to a year and a half where I was doing shows, but then I would sleep right up until the time I had to get ready for the show, do the show, come back and sleep. That's how I was coping. And then it got to the point where I was so clearly anxious on stage and shaking and I couldn't remember things and I just had to take a break and I went into the hospital. And the interesting thing about the People magazine is it's the sexiest man alive issue.
Oh.
Yes.
Well,
But
listen,
I
it's
wasn't
sexy when you seek help.
I wasn't yes.
You're welcome.
I wasn't specific about the wish to be in People's Sexiest Man Alive.
Okay, wait.
I was in it for my crippling mental illness rather than being a sexy man.
So you
it was
had-
like a Twilight Zone wish.
So at what point in your life you visualized being in People magazine?
Who doesn't?
But you didn't specify it to the universe.
Yes.
In what way?
Yes. You need to be clear about your aspirations.
Ask and you shall
Yeah,
receive.
yes.
So you need to say, I need to be the sexiest
Yes.
man. I need to beat John
Yes.
Legend.
I need to be.
John Legend. Gary, you were at a breaking point. You told her to leave. You
Yes.
didn't want her to stick around for this ride.
I begged her to leave me because I was feeling guilty about what I was taking away from her life and what a burden I was on her. But she doubled her efforts. I mean, I'm confessing to a crime here, but she grew mushrooms in our house because she had read an article about mushrooms helping people with depression.
Illegal mushroom.
Yes.
That is what they call, where I'm from, a ride or die kind of wife. She was your ride or die, for sure. But Gary, how did this turn, though, into years later, 3 years later, you fall in love, she helps you through this, and then you get this HBO special.
Oh, I know.
I mean, what was the pitch like? Hey, guys,
I said, how can I monetize this suffering?
Let me make some money.
No, I just started talking about it on stage out of necessity because early on it was clear that I was off, that I was slow thinking and my hands were shaking. I was very anxious. So I would talk about what I was going through. And then my manager said, you should do this as a special and incorporate some of the real life activities in your life, the treatment and also your relationship with Sade into a documentary. So it's kind of a hybrid of a comedy special and a documentary. And then HBO saw it and they
And they were like, this is great.
They loved it, yeah.